Welcome back to Coin Explorer, the channel where small pieces of metal reveal some of the biggest untold stories in history. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might be sitting quietly in your drawer, lying forgotten in your piggy bank, or even passed to you in everyday change. But what if I told you this little 5-cent coin could be worth far more than its face value? What if I told you that some of these coins have been valued in the collector's market for amounts running into the thousands, even millions of dollars? Yes, you heard me right. Something as ordinary as a nickel, the 2005 United States 5-cent coin, can hold a hidden fortune. But how is that even possible? Why would anyone pay life-changing sums for a coin that seems so common? That's the mystery we're about to uncover together. So grab your seat, because this story will take you on a journey through history, design, politics, and pure numismatic passion. And by the end, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. The 2005 5-cent coin, better known as the Jefferson Nickel, might not stand out at first glance. Made primarily of a copper-nickel alloy, it carries that familiar silvery gray color we all associate with nickels. Strong, durable, and designed to last in circulation, the coin was minted by the billions. It weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, making it a coin small enough to slip into your pocket, yet heavy enough to carry a legacy. On the obverse side, you see a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and one of the nation's founding fathers. His calm yet determined gaze looks outward, symbolizing vision, leadership, and the foundation of American democracy. The inscription, "In God We Trust," runs along one side, with the word liberty written in Jefferson's own handwriting style, a small detail that connects directly to history. Flip it over, and on the reverse side, you'll find Monticello, Jefferson's grand estate in Virginia. This architectural masterpiece, designed by Jefferson himself, is more than just a building. It's a symbol of enlightenment, independence, and the intellectual curiosity that shaped early America. Surrounding Monticello are the inscriptions "A pluribus unum," out of many one, 5 cents, and United States of America. Simple, powerful, and iconic. But here's the catch. While billions of these coins exist, not every coin is the same. Some carry secrets, errors, minting anomalies, and rare characteristics that can catapult their value far beyond the imagination. To understand why the 2005 nickel is so special, let's take a quick step back into history. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Its design was chosen through a public competition, and the winner was Felix Schlag, whose Monticello design became instantly recognizable. By the time 2005 arrived, the Jefferson nickel had already been circulating for nearly 70 years, but America itself was evolving. The U.S. Mint began experimenting with new designs as part of the Westward Journey series, celebrating the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. This gave rise to unique nickels minted between 2004 and 2006, each with special reverse designs representing America's spirit of exploration. The 2005 edition sites right in the middle of this historic celebration. Some nickels bore the American Bison design, others showed the dramatic ocean in view motif. These weren't just coins, they were miniature monuments to adventure, discovery, and resilience. That's why the 2005 nickel stands out in U.S. coin history. It belongs to a transformative era when America chose to honor its legacy through the coins in people's pockets. Why collectors? Go crazy. Now let's address the golden question. Why would anyone pay so much for a coin that was made in huge numbers? The answer lies in 3 things: rarity, condition, and story. First, rarity. Even though billions were minted, certain errors or variations happened only in tiny numbers. A misplaced mint mark, a double die error, or even something as subtle as Jefferson's image being slightly off-center can transform a coin into a treasure. Second, condition. Coins that remain in pristine, uncirculated state, shining as if they just left the mint, are extremely valuable. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC certify these coins, and collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices for coins that rank as MS67, MS68, or even higher. Third, the story. This is the emotional part. A coin like the 2005 nickel doesn't just represent 5 cents. It represents Jefferson's vision, the American spirit of exploration, and even the quirks of the minting process. When you hold one, you hold history. And for collectors, that story is priceless. Let's take a closer look at what this coin is actually made of. The Jefferson nickel is not pure silver or gold. It's a blend of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy gives the coin its familiar silvery gray shine, though under certain lighting, it can reveal a faint golden hue from the copper within. Collectors often describe nickels as having a metallic luster that, when preserved, makes the coin almost glow. Over time, circulated coins can dull, showing scratches, wear, and even patches of greenish corrosion if exposed to moisture. But a nickel kept safe in a protective case retains that fresh, cold brilliance, the look that collectors crave. It's ironic, isn't it? A coin made of base metals, designed for everyday spending, now holds the potential to be worth more than silver or even gold in the collector's market. Here's where things get really interesting. Among the billions of nickels produced in 2005, only a handful are known to have unusual features. These can include doubled letters in the word Liberty, slightly shifted strikes that make Monticello look off balance, or rare variations in the Westward Journey series designs. Imagine this. You're going through a pile of change, and suddenly you notice that Jefferson's eye looks doubled, or the inscriptions appear thicker than usual. To most people, it might look like nothing, but to a trained collector, that's the sign of a rare die error. And instantly, the coin's value skyrockets. Some collectors have reported finding 2005 nickels in pristine, mint-state condition, graded MS68 or higher, that sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Others, with unique minting errors, have been valued at amounts reaching into the millions of dollars. And yes, those are life-changing sums for something most people would spend without a second thought. Let me share one example that stunned the coin-collecting world. In a major U.S. coin auction, a near-perfect 2005 Jefferson nickel with a rare strike anomaly came up for bidding. Experts predicted it might fetch a few $1,000s. But when the hammer finally came down, the winning bid had soared into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, shocking even seasoned numismatists. Why? Because collectors knew they weren't just buying a coin. They were buying a once-in-a-lifetime rarity, a piece of American history, and a status symbol in the world of numismatics. Why you should care. Now you might be wondering, could I have one of these rare nickels in my possession? The answer is absolutely. These coins were circulated, meaning they passed through people's hands, through stores, banks, and wallets. They weren't locked away as special commemoratives. They lived in the real world. So yes, it's entirely possible that a coin sitting in your change jar or tucked away in an old purse could be one of the rare, valuable nickels worth thousands or even millions. And that's the magic of coin collecting. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. It makes you pause before spending, to look closely, to wonder, to hope. Coins are more than just currency. They are storytellers. They carry the faces of leaders, the symbols of nations, the weight of history. When you hold a 2005 Jefferson nickel, you're holding Jefferson's vision, America's journey westward, and the unbroken chain of everyday life. From the mint worker who struck it, to the cashier who handed it out, to the collector who treasures it today. That's why people are willing to pay fortunes. Because the coin isn't just metal, it's meaning. And meaning is priceless. So here's the takeaway, fellow explorers. Never underestimate the coins in your pocket. The 2005 United States 5-cent coin, a simple nickel, has proven that value goes far beyond face value. In the right condition, with the right rarity, it can be worth thousands, even millions of dollars. So the next time you receive change at a grocery store or stumble upon an old coin jar in your attic, take a closer look, because hidden in plain sight might be a life-changing discovery waiting for you. Thank you for joining me on this journey here at Coin Explorer. If this story inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin tales, and share this video with friends who might be sitting on treasure without even knowing it. Remember, coins are not just currency, they are history, they are art, and sometimes they are the keys to unimaginable fortune. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and who knows? The next coin you find might just be the one that changes everything.